Marriage is the state in which two people agree to spend the rest of their lives messaging each other from the supermarket asking, "Do we need anything?" It's beautiful. That marriage often originates in one of the two people asking the other if they would like to get married in what is known as a proposal. In certain special cases, these proposals are proposed not down on one knee or with a diamond choking hazard at the bottom of a wine glass, but inside a video game. Take a look at these times people popped the question via the medium of video games. And if anyone knows of any reason why this video should not proceed, then speak now or forever hold your peace. Just kidding, I can't hear you.
Two people who commit to marriage are signing up to join forces against a world full of challenges, which makes zombie parkour game Dying Light the perfect metaphor for matrimony. That game's online co-op option symbolises the teamwork and unselfish thinking a real-world couple must master to survive stressful life events, like a trip to IKEA, while success in the game requires violently battling your way through a horde of mindless zombies, like a trip to IKEA. What? There was only one Billy bookcase left. At any rate, Dying Light was the perfect platform for a proposal by one player named Jay, since at the time both he and his girlfriend Hannah were super into it. Jay wrote to Dying Light developer Techland, who let him write a whole quest for Hannah to play. The quest involves a scavenger hunt for a series of love notes from a seemingly doomed survivor, which leads to a mysterious gift on top of a dam, and concludes thusly.
Hannah, will you marry me, please?
I don't know how they sourced fireworks and a pyrotechnics engineer in the zombified ruins of civilization, but hey, nice work. Hannah said yes, and Jay tells us that the couple are to be wed next year on Star Wars Day, which we don't know when that is, but I guess Revenge of the 5th of Imperial March, 5th of March?
May the 4th!
And may the 4th be with you. But really, when's Star Wars Day?
You know what it's like when you're hooked on a popular tile-matching puzzle game. It's bliss. But also, from our experience, it can be quite difficult to get our attention when we're stuck into the latest brightly coloured Match 3 puzzler. It's like... one second. Yes! Get matched, tiles! Which makes this proposal inside Bejeweled extra inspired. When financial software programmer Bernie Peng wanted to propose to his girlfriend Tammy Lee, he cracked PopCap's popular gem-themed Match 'em Up, then adapted it for the Nintendo DS so Tammy Lee could play it. But he manipulated the code of this hooky version of the game so that when she hit a certain score, the screen cleared and a ring dropped down along with his proposal. She said yes, and if you want my attention in the near future, you're going to have to hack my copy of Bejeweled, because I'm going for a high score. Oh, what? My car's been towed?
Hiding a proposal inside a video game is pretty impressive, but if you want to be totally extra, then you'll build an entire game from the ground up specifically for that purpose. That's what developer Matt Gilgenbach did back in 2013 when he designed and coded fully playable co-op game A Mobius Proposal, thus setting an impossibly high standard for the rest of the relationship. Just remembering to take the trash out isn't gonna cut it, buddy. Disguised as a game called Hammer Time, the surprisingly involved puzzle game placed Matt and girlfriend Joanna on opposing aspects of a Mobius strip and asked them to cooperate by hammering blocks to reach their objective. Fun! And also, excellent practice for all the DIY that married couples seem to do together. But just adding a message to the windscreen was a little too basic for Matt, which is why he added a fake controller battery warning to the game and stowed a real-life ring inside the controller's battery pack. Adorable! According to his blog post, he also apparently hacked his computer's webcam so he could secretly film her reaction. Slightly less adorable. Nevertheless, the couple played through the game, reached the ending, and Joanna said yes. Which is definitely preferable to her getting halfway through, loudly declaring the game to be garbage made by idiots, and firing up Call of Duty instead. Still, the sarcastic best man speech would have basically written itself.
The Enrichment Center thanks you for participating in this Aperture Science emotional testing program. Possible side effects of the testing include weakness of the knees, palpitations, uncontrollable blushing, euphoria, depression, crippling emotional trauma, and death. But the most important thing is to have fun with it.
They say the family that plays together stays together, so if your significant other is also your co-op buddy, then, as a wise woman once sang, you should probably put a ring on it. Having enjoyed playing through Portal 2's excellent co-op mode with his partner, 3D artist Gary Hudson hatched a plan to somehow use Valve's puzzle sequel to propose to his girlfriend, Stephanie Harbison. Just as long as being trapped in a series of arbitrary and ultimately futile tests isn't some sort of metaphor for the relationship. What? Gary enlisted help from members of the community modding site thinkingwithportals.com in order to create a bespoke Portal 2 level, complete with its own puzzles and eventually a chapel with a companion cube at the altar and a video of a virtual diamond ring. You know what they say, virtual diamonds are virtually forever. Until the server shut down. As if that wasn't enough, Gary wanted to pop the question on Stephanie's 21st birthday, introducing the added stress of an immovable deadline into an already presumably quite stressful situation. The pièce de résistance, though, was that Gary managed to convince GLaDOS voice actor Ellen McLean to record the proposal message during one of Valve's own recording sessions.
Stephanie Harbison, as part of a psychological testing protocol, I am required to ask if you will do Gary Hudson the honor of becoming his wife.
Which we're pretty sure makes their marriage part of the official Portal timeline. Just don't leave GLaDOS in charge of the wedding cake, okay?
The best kind of proposals are unambiguous and impossible to miss, like, I propose we get lunch, or I propose a race around the world, gentlemen.
Challenge accepted!
No, wait, Andy, it was a joke. He's gone. Conversely, the trouble with hiding a proposal inside a video game is that it's hidden, and if your intended proposee never finds it, well, you're a bit stuck. That was the situation in which Mike Meeker found himself on sneaking his proposition into puzzle game Klax. Klax was an Atari puzzler in which you had to line up columns of coloured blocks to make them disappear. Where do they get these ideas? In an interview with Wired, game developer Meeker explained how he was working on the Game Boy Color port of Klax, and his then girlfriend loved puzzle games, so he decided to hide his proposal in Klax as a romantic secret for her to discover. Which, if she had discovered it, would have made an adorable and mercifully short anecdote for his wedding speech. As things panned out, this became a much longer wedding speech anecdote, because 3 years after Meeker hid his proposal, it still hadn't been found. Fortunately, Tips and Tricks magazine then called Meeker and asked him if he had any secrets he hadn't revealed to anyone. Tips and Tricks magazine, which like Meatloaf will do anything for love, then printed detailed instructions along with Meeker's girlfriend's actual name, so he could leave a copy of the mag open alongside a copy of the game as a not-so-subtle hint. This did the trick. Meeker's girlfriend followed the instructions and unlocked a photo of the two of them together along with his long-hidden proposal. She said yes, and in only slightly less time than it takes to get a bachelor's degree. If you're wondering what Meeker's up to these days, he's still adapting games for his loved ones. He was most recently in the news for modding Donkey Kong so his daughter could play as Pauline rescuing Mario. Which is so adorable, it's activated my sarcasm defense mechanism, which keeps me from feeling real feelings.
Are you crying right now?
Yes, because it's so beautiful.
We didn't think Sackboy was the marrying kind on account of him being a tiny Hessian mascot who loves the single life. Watch out, tiny Hessian ladies. But LittleBigPlanet showed us what we know when back in 2008 a player by the username of Bejeweled created a level called Love and Marriage. This brief romantic level leads Sackboy down an aisle lit by romantic candlelight, through a romantic graveyard, to a romantic one-question questionnaire written on the wall. Should the player answer in the affirmative by placing a yes sticker, they are showered with an avalanche of heart-shaped confetti, after which they can fly up and away in a heart-shaped hot air balloon. When Dimajed gave his significant other the level to play, she did just that. If she had placed the no sticker, she would have been showered in a smaller flurry of confetti.
Video game composer Barry Leach has been writing music for games since the early 90s. Well, not constantly, I'm sure he takes bathroom breaks. Amiga and Atari ST gamers from back in the day will almost certainly have heard his work, whether it's the theme to Speedball 2, or his tunes for Lotus Turbo Challenge and Lotus 2. It might sound like a ringtone now, but trust me, it was very impressive for the time. More recently, Barry provided the music for a retro mobile racing game called Horizon Chase, inspired by the games he used to work on 30 odd years ago. When it came time to propose to his girlfriend Karen, he enlisted the help of developer Aquarius Game Studio to build a secret message into the game.
I decided to do the craziest thing I could think of, which was to propose to my girlfriend using a video game.
Then it was a case of convincing Karen to appear in a faked documentary so that her reaction could be filmed when she played it.
I'm just waiting. I just talked to the film crew. They explained to me when I'm going to get called in and stuff.
There's a special tune in there that's locked. I'm going to show you how to unlock it.
Also, all this was happening inside a bakery? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. After what must have been weeks of work to organise, everything was set up, including Barry Skyping in from America. In order to activate the proposal message, Karen had to fire up a Horizon Chase race and then draw a love heart on the touchscreen. Man, a proposal inside a racing game? If she doesn't say yes, I'll marry you, Barry.
Karen, darling, will you marry me?
Yes, I'll marry you.
The search continues.
And action.
Who's been Ambroso?
A fan of ours. He's going to ask his girlfriend to take things to the next level.
In RPG shooter Borderlands, Claptrap is a kind of grubby, mono-wheeled recycling bin with all the suave charisma that implies.
Well done! Your ability to walk short distances without dying will be Handsome Jack's downfall.
For two die-hard Borderlands fans, though, he was the ideal messenger to deliver a marriage proposal.
Can you just say the line?
I don't have time for this! I've got better things to do than help some schmuck hit on his main squeeze!
Playing co-op Borderlands was a cornerstone of superfans Ben and Tora's relationship. So when Ben asked developer Gearbox for a favour from Claptrap, the studio turned out this video message from the salty robot.
Ben Ambroso video, take 3.
Alright, what's this chick's name then?
Tisha.
Alright. Hello, Tisha!
But she goes by Tora.
Are you kidding me?
Despite Claptrap's attitude being as romantic as a rotting pile of mulched roses, Tora said yes and agreed to join Ben on the ultimate co-op adventure, which is eternal love. Oh, you kids enjoy. I just hope Claptrap wasn't the novelty officiant at the wedding ceremony.
Tora, you and Ben have been together for a while, and he has something he'd like to ask you. Tora, did you know that robots are physically incapable of having STDs?
Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you'd like to watch some more videos from us, if all that was a bit too romantic for you, I can bring you crashing back to reality with a load of ordinary jobs that you won't believe got their own video games. And down here I've got a video from our sister channel Outside Extra about everyday objects that definitely won't turn into monsters, which would be a real jerk move if one of them's an engagement ring. Subscribe here. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.